The importance of modern technologies in the development of seaports on the example of the Port of Gdynia. The goal of the article. Nowadays innovative technology is transforming port world. It's a new era of intelligent ports which use digitalization to improve not only their operations, but also to offer more efficient and sustainable services. The article focuses on presenting selected examples of new technologies in one of the most important ports in the Baltic Sea basin, the Port of Gdynia. The aim of the article is to analyze projects of modern technologies implemented in the Port of Gdynia, which is moving towards smart port direction. Research methods. The research consisted of literature studies, including online studies, and the collection of data related to ports operations, such as transshipment volumes, structures, and container transshipments. The article utilizes analysis methods, mainly focusing on current analysis. The presented review of literature and source materials confirmed the lack of synthetic analysis of digitalization processes at Polish seaports, including the Port of Gdynia. Evolution of seaports. Socio-economic evolution and continuous technological development influence the functional transformation of seaports. This is the result of the growing importance of international trade, globalization processes, internationalization of the economy, as well as changing customer preferences and their growing requirements. Ports have gone through a structural and functional evolution over the past decades. Figure 1 presents seaports evolution. There are four phases of seaports evolution. Phase 1. The main feature of the first generation seaport, according to the UNCTAD classification, was operational simplicity, covering primarily the transshipment of cargo between land and sea means of transport. The period of development of the first generation of ports was before 1960. Ports isolated themselves from transport and trade processes and didn't focus on meeting the needs of their users. Phase 2. The development of second-generation seaports took place after 1916, and capital became the key factor determining their existence. At this stage of development, seaports were identified as institutions offering a wide range of services and acting as centers providing transport, industrial, and commercial services. Their activities could cover a wide range of commercial activities, thus contributing to the creation of added value in the cargo turnover process. Phase 3. Technology and specialist knowledge played a key role in the operation of third-generation ports. Third-generation seaports began to be established in the 1980s during the dynamic development of container cargo transport, the growing network of intermodal connections, and the increase in requirements related to the expansion of international trade. Port services have become much more specialized, differentiated, and integrated compared to those offered by first and second generation seaports. The scope of port activities included transshipment, industrial and commercial services, as well as cargo distribution, information flow, and logistics activities. Phase 4. The fourth generation port concept is based on innovation and information technologies. Thanks to better planning and reduced cargo stay time in the port, an increase in seaport productivity can be seen. The port is described here as a logistic platform that collects, stores, analyzes, and shares data in real time. Smart port concept. Currently, the term smart port has received a lot of attention and what is more, is at the center of research concerns. However, there is no standard and unified definition of this term. A smart port is a new generation of technologically advanced port that is designed to be more efficient, sustainable, and innovative than traditional port. A smart port is able to use innovative technologies and automation systems to improve its performance and optimize operations. A smart port is a port which reinforced properly with technologies and terms such as sensors, cloud computing, fog computing, Internet of Things, robots, radio frequency identification, and big data management and analysis. Figure 2 presents map of Gdynia port. The Port of Gdynia is one of the most important ports in the Baltic Sea basin. What is more, it's currently a modern universal port specializing in handling general cargo, mainly in utilized form transported in containers and in the ro-ro system. The Port of Gdynia is an important link in the Baltic Sea corridor, Adriatic Sea, part of the Trans-European Sea TEN transport network. The port's development strategy provides for its continued development as a universal port, ready to handle the largest container, bulk and passenger ships that call at the Baltic Sea. In the western part of the port, the Baltic Container Terminal, Gdynia Container Terminal, and the ferry terminal are located. Nowadays, digitalization in Polish seaports is absolutely necessary, mainly due to the dynamic increase in transshipment. The implementation of modern solutions has a huge impact on the efficiency of seaports operations. In 2023, the Port of Gdynia recorded an increase in transshipment by over 50% compared to 2016. The main cargoes that contributed to the increased volumes were liquid fuels, coal and coke, and grains. The declines concerned other cargo groups, in particular general cargo, bulk cargo, and ore. The significant increase in transshipments in the liquid fuel group was the result of the diversification policy maintained for several years, as well as the current situation related to Russia's attack on Ukraine and the increase in oil imports from directions other than Russia. Figure 3 presents changes in transshipment volumes at the Port of Gdynia in the period from 2016 to 2023. Table 1 presents changes in the volume and structure of transshipment at the Port of Gdynia in the period from 2016 to 2023. There was also a change in the transshipment structure in the Port of Gdynia. In 2023, over half of the turnover was general cargo. The share of fuels in transshipment increased by over 5% in 2023 compared to 2016. However, the share of grain transshipment increased only over 2% in 2023 compared to 2016. The dynamic increase in cargo is the result of numerous investment and modernization processes in the Port of Gdynia in recent years, which include the expansion of the outer port at the Port of Gdynia, expansion of the public ferry terminal, and deepening of the external water areas to 60 meters and the approach fairway to 70 meters. It's worth pointing the reconstruction of the quays and many intermodal terminals both at the Port of Gdynia and in the logistics valley. Figure 4 presents container reloading in years at TEU. Since 2016, the supply of containers at the port has been increasing. With a current annual transshipment capacity of 1 million TEU, the Baltic Container Terminal in the Port of Gdynia is one of the largest terminals in the Baltic region and the leading container terminal in Poland. Digitalization means a process involving the implementation of modern information technologies to improve port operations. Polish Seaports Development Programme until 2030 assumes improvement of competitiveness with particular emphasis on the digitalization of terminals. The Port of Gdynia is consistently implementing its digitalization development strategy. Since 2016, Port has been working on a system for optimizing, automating, and controlling transport processes. The Smart Port Gdynia system includes four integrated IT modules presented below: Port Community System, Digital Railway Notification, GBAS RTK Ship Guidance System, Intelligent Traffic Management System. Port Community System. In 2016, the Port of Gdynia began working on a system for optimization, automation, and control of transport processes called the Port Community System. This system is a tool whose aim is to optimize, automate, and effectively control transport processes by centralizing and integrating transport data and entire logistic chains in one place. Port Community System is intended to ensure orderly communication between system stakeholders, integration, synchronization and harmonization of data, information and document circulation in the system, security and protection of data and information passing through the system, increasing added value for system participants, neutrality for participants using the system and data transfer, and information in accordance with the law and ethical standards adopted by the maritime logistics community. The Digital Railway Notification System. It enables the notification process to be carried out effectively using digital tools, which contributes to the optimization of operations at intermodal terminals in the port. The result of implemented project is faster transportation of a large number of goods. GBS RTK Ship Guidance System. The modern GBS RTK system, which is the world's safest ship guidance mechanism, is fully operational at the Port of Gdynia. This innovative system has been operating at the Port of Gdynia since 2018. The system allows precise determination of the position of units with an accuracy of several centimeters. Thanks to the GBS RTK system, it's possible to optimize the loading and unloading processes through the potential of automating these activities. This translates into increased work efficiency in the port and reduces employee workload, which is an additional benefit resulting from its operation. The intelligent traffic management system deserves special attention. The use of a modern IT and telecommunications system for truck traffic control results from the Port of Gdynia development strategy, which takes into account the improvement of cargo flow, the elimination of bottlenecks and congestion in truck traffics, and the timely delivery of cargo. The main benefits of the intelligent traffic management system include eliminating reducing queues of trucks and road congestion in front of terminal entrances and on access roads to the Port of Gdynia, reduction of ship unloading or loading time, increasing the efficiency of terminal operation, optimal use of parking lots at the Port of Gdynia, increasing traffic safety on the roads of Gdynia and Tri-City, increasing the comfort of life and transport for the society of Gdynia and the Tri-City agglomeration. In recent years, the trend of automating processes performed in seaports has become increasingly important among both port managers, port operating entities, and consumers of port services. New technologies enable automatic mooring of ships in seaports. Figure 5 presents mooring devices on the quay. To sum up, digitalization of port processes is crucial for the future dynamic development of the Port of Gdynia. It's necessary for increasing the competitiveness of Port of Gdynia in the Baltic Sea basin. Digitalization plays an important role in building a competitive advantage both in the technological sphere in the Baltic Sea and the port-related industry. The advantages of using modern technologies are visible in the whole range of ports activities. They mainly allow for the improvement of port operations, which include greater efficiency in cargo flow, eliminating truck traffic, enabling on-time delivery and transport safety. further grow in cargo turnover and container transshipment forces the Port of Gdynia to move towards smart direction, and therefore digitalization is necessity nowadays. The Port of Gdynia continues investing in innovative solutions aimed at maintaining the leading position on the Baltic port service market. Thank you for your attention.